Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative Headline News. I'm your host, Nathaniel Rajkumar, starting off locally here in Trinidad and Tobago. The Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar, Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, we the People's Prime Minister, delivered the feature address at the second Caroni lease distribution ceremony held at the Diplomatic Center. This historic event, themed Rooted in Resilience, represented a significant milestone in the government's commitment to land distribution and agricultural development in Trinidad and Tobago. As the Minister of Finance said during his budget presentation, promises made, promises kept. This promise was made since back in Kamala's first term in office between 2010 to 2015. And now, definitely, within these next 5 years, that promise will be fully fulfilled.
Ladies and gentlemen, her tenure as Prime Minister then and now is filled with countless examples of one championing and advocating for the rights and dignity of the less fortunate. And today's exercise is yet another example. Her style of governance and her many policies are all aimed at ensuring that injustice and inequality are corrected while promoting social and economic stability, particularly for the most vulnerable. The end result, ladies and gentlemen, is a Prime Minister with a heart of compassion. Ladies and gentlemen, for the feature address, please warmly welcome the Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar, SC MP, Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you all very much. Thank you. Please have your seats. As I greet all of you here today, we have a special guest. Please stand. He has come all the way from Saudi Arabia. Please welcome him to Trinidad and Tobago as a diplomat. Thank you, sir. Excellency, thank you for being here. And he didn't come with empty hands. He came with $5 million US. Can we thank him very much? Thank you, sir. Have your seat. Excellency, as I've been telling everyone, Trinidad is open for business, Trinidad and Tobago. And many have heard us across the land, across the world, across the globe. He's just one representative, but he brings so much to us, and we want to thank him again. To all my cabinet ministers, parliamentary secretaries, MPs, senators, all the PSs who are here today, chairmen and officials of Caroni 1975 Limited, EMBD, TNTech, WASA, all coming together, members of the media, specially invited guests, and most important, our Caroni family, the great people of Pinal and surrounding communities, the men and women who carried Caroni on their backs for decades. Can we give them a round of applause? It's my pleasure to welcome you to this diplomatic center. And my minister in the office of the Prime Minister, Nicholas Morris, he has renamed Diplomatic Center to be Delivery Center. So we're here today to deliver. This is a place that must stand in service to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Our doors will always remain open to you, the rightful guardians of our democracy, under my government. Today, as Minister Sam told you, marks part 2 of our Caroni lease distribution program. Part 1 took place on August 12th of this year, when we delivered, as Minister Salam has told us, 200 leases to former Caroni workers. Now, just 2 months later, we gather again to deliver another 110 leases, living proof that the government honors its word. As we tell you all the time, promises made will be promises kept. These ceremonies are not merely administrative milestones. They are moments of renewal. Excuse me, they are moments of renewal where promise meets purpose, and where justice takes tangible form in the hands of those who have been waiting and waiting and waiting, longing to be recognized. The story of Caroni is the story of Tobago and Trinidad, one of work, one of education, one of endurance and transformation. Many of us in this room today, and many outside this room, we are here where we are today because of Caroni 1975 Limited and its previous demarcations. Our land was built on that sugarcane and the fields where you all labored to send us to school, so that we today could come back to reward you and thank you. I'm sorry it's taken me 22 years, but nothing comes before its time. And so for generations, the people of Caroni rose before dawn. They labored beneath the blistering sun. They carried the weight of our nation's economy on their shoulders. They produced not only sugar, not only crops, but also courage. When Caroni Limited was closed in 2003, thousands were left displaced and so felt disheartened. But even through 22 years of waiting, some in faith, some in quiet despair, some who did not live to see this day, their spirits are never ever broke. That same courage that once crossed oceans and built communities from cane fields endured through every season of hardship. Today, that long vigil ends. That long vigil ends for some of you. What stood as unfinished chapters now promise, and promises kept, inscribed upon the very soil which sustained our forebears. This is not a triumph of politics. It is a triumph of principle. It is a reminder that when compassion and justice work hand in hand, delay need not mean denial, and hope can still find its way. Though every peace, patience, perseverance, and partnership, the light has returned to the people of Caroni, bringing dignity where there was disappointment, where there was no belonging. You belong here, as we all do. Today, we do not just give out these leases. We restore pride. We seek to restore security and a sense of home to all those who labor, all those who help to build this nation of ours. And now, how fitting it is that this ceremony is taking place excuse me, during the Diwali season, a very sacred season for all of us. And from Diwali, we go straight into Christmas. So we are into months upon months of celebration as we celebrate Diwali, and we go into the season of Christ, Christmas. So we have months upon months of triumphs and celebrations together. In that same spirit, today's event is more than that of governance, an act of governance. It is an act of light, a moment when faith and fairness come together to illuminate lives. The Holy Book tells us, all those books that were brought to our shores, by you, the children of indented laborers, by those children of slaves, tells stories, timeless stories, of Lord Ram's return to Ayodhya after 14 years of exile. It is a story of faith rewarded, duty fulfilled, and light restored. So I have been in the darkness. Trinidad, we say we were in Banwas. but the Indians will tell you pronounce it differently. But we say when Ban was for 10 years in exile, and today we have lived to see light restored. Out of darkness, light has triumphed. Those early laborers carry not only their hopes and humble belongings, but also their sacred texts, songs, and this enduring message of Diwali, the victory of righteousness and renewal. When they arrived and settled upon and worked the very lands that would one day become Caroni Limited, they transformed wilderness into the heartbeat of our national economy. Through their toil, the first seeds of our sugar industry were planted, and in those same fields in Pina, Felicity, Waterloo, Barrackpore, Caroni, the first deers were lit, humble flames which blossomed into the radiant national festival of Diwali as we know it today. Through their toil, how fitting then, how fitting that you, the descendants of the Caroni workers, and some still with us, Caroni workers, that those who first brought the light of Diwali to our shores now stand upon the very land your foreparents once worked. After 2 decades, that burden that they carried, that you carried, across the ocean, the deers that were brought, we have come home from the Ganges to Caroni, from arrival to belonging. A reminder that even the longest night must one day yield to the dawn and radiant of a rising sun. Today is a very beautiful sunshiny day, and so I say to you, congratulations to all 110 persons, recipients from Picton 1 Road, Picton Road 1, from Pinal and surrounding communities. Remember, these are more than parcels of land. They are pathways of progress, and carrying with them the promise of security, opportunity, and continuity. Each deed that you get represents not only the property, the piece of land that you have, but that gives you the power to plan, to grow, to build, and prosper. Minister Saddam told me a short while ago, he said, you are not just getting this deed. With this deed, you can go to a bank. You can get a loan. You can get a mortgage that could help you to build. You can get a mortgage. You can get a loan. Land is yours. It was always yours, and we are very proud. Use your land wisely. Protect your land. Cultivate it. And pass it on to your descendants with pride. Treat each lease as a deer of justice. And keep that sacred flame burning, brighter, lighting a pathway to a better day, tomorrow, and for the generations to come. Before I close, let me extend my heartfelt appreciation to Mr. Saddam Hussein, EMBD, the Commissioner of State Lands, TNTEC WASA, and every public servant whose dedication made this day possible. I also want to thank the Minister of Agriculture, who worked together with Saddam in the Ministry of Agriculture before I disaggregated the portfolios. Minister Ratiram as well, we thank you. And Minister Padarat out of TNTEC and WASA for making this possible. These deeds that you get today, these deeds that you will get today, as I say, represent more than the piece of land. It is your future and the future of your children. So my friends, as you light deers in this season of Diwali, may one burn in gratitude for your ancestors. May one burn in faith for your family, and another in hope for our nation to continue to build together. My friends, as I say, I want to thank all of you again, to our special visitor from Saudi Arabia. Thank you very much for bringing gifts for us in the season of Diwali. Diwali is a time of giving. And today I give you your leases. And to the nation, I give you all my love. May God bless you, and Shubh Diwali to everyone.
Sleep better. Say goodbye to stiff necks, headaches, and restless nights. Our premium cervical pillow is designed to perfectly support your neck and spine, keeping your body aligned while you sleep. Soft yet firm, it adapts to your shape, giving you ultimate comfort and deep, rejuvenating rest. Whether you sleep on your back, side, or stomach, this pillow reduces pressure points, eases tension, and helps you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to conquer the day. Invest in your sleep. Your neck will thank you. WhatsApp 762-6589 to place your order and feel the difference from the very first night.
As organizations across the globe commemorate World Food Day, the Food and Agriculture Organization also celebrates its 80th anniversary, marking years of commitment to supporting farmers and agricultural organizations. For Trinidad and Tobago, Assistant FAO Representative for Administration of the Food and Agriculture Organization, Caris Phillips Macarno, says FAO acts as a middleman, providing funds and adding to the country's budget allocation.
Currently, we have about 13 projects that are active, 7 of which are solely focused on Trinidad and Tobago. The rest are more regionally based. But that brings a total of about $10.9 million access of funding to the country to help in development, specifically in agriculture, fisheries, biodiversity, environmental protection, etc.
Noting some key projects in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, Mrs. Macarno highlighted the organization's commitment in supporting the Veterinary Services Division.
There's a current project called the Animal Disease Outbreak, where we've provided assistance to the Ministry of Agriculture, specifically the Veterinary Services Division, where we've brought in experts to help them identify, investigate, develop response plans, communication plans on how they respond to animal disease outbreaks in Trinidad and Tobago, specifically the recent PRRS outbreak that we've had in the porcine population.
Innovation and technology have also been part of the support offered by FAO, promoting efforts towards attaining food security.
We've worked with NAMDEVCO on a traceability application on your phone that assists farmers as well as markets to trace a product or produce, a fruit, a vegetable, back to a specific farmer, back to a specific farm, and then back to a specific plot, even down to the crop. So that traceability aspect is new for Trinidad, but it's a technology that we think is going to be very helpful in dealing with food security in the country.
FAO's 80th anniversary marks the continuation of collaboration to ensure that farmers and agricultural organizations in Trinidad and Tobago are fully supported in their agricultural efforts. Faith Chariot, TTT News.
Ladies, meet your new go-to bag, our Mega Duffel handbag, perfect for your travel, shopping, the gym, and everything in between. Crafted from premium Oxford material, it's not just stylish, it's built to last. The ideal size, flawless design, and unbeatable quality make it the bag you'll reach for every time. Versatile and ready for anything. WhatsApp 762-6589 to order yours today. During his Budget 2026 presentation in the Lower House on Monday, Finance Minister Devendranath Tanku revealed that the government had approved the removal of VAT on several food items. At the time, he only named table salt, locally produced vegetables, and coconut water among the items that would have the tax removed. With this order now in effect, supermarket retailers are expected to update their pricing and account systems to reflect the VAT-free status of the newly listed items. The Ministry of Finance is expected to issue further guidance to ensure compliance and to monitor to ensure that consumers benefit from the removal of the tax at the point of sale. List of VAT-free foods as follows: table salt, cocoa powder, whether or not containing added sugar or other sweetening matter, morbi, icing sugar, grapefruit juice, vanilla essence, soy sauce, prepared mustard, guava jams and jellies in retailed packages. Fruit, this part of it is really good though. Matter of fact, all those others are things that I'm sure everyone will be happy about as well. Fruits, nuts, and other edible parts of plants, otherwise prepared or preserved, whether or not containing added sugar or other sweetening matter or spirit, not elsewhere specified or included. Now we also have banana, plantain, breadfruit, sweet potato, cassava chips, coconut water, sauces and preparations, therefore mixed condiments and mixed seasonings, mustard, flour and meal and prepared mustard, including pepper sauce, Worcester sauce, anchar, cuchilla, and similar preparations, all other similar sauces and preparations. Other beverages containing cocoa, soya, tofu, gluten, and vegetarian meat substitutes in any form, flavored or unflavored, otherwise prepared or preserved, whether or not dried or mixed with vegetables for consumption. Prepared or preserved cakes and muffins, whether or not flavored. Locally produced pumpkin, watermelon, cucumber, lettuce, and tomatoes. So therefore, that is a list of the various products and food items that are now VAT-free. No more overheating phones. Cool your phones in seconds. Prevents damage to phones and battery issues. Better gaming experience and streaming. USB powered and fast charging. Lightweight and quiet. Ideal for kids and adults. Works with all smartphones. Makes a great gift. Call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. Dozens of students from 8 primary schools across Trinidad and Tobago had the opportunity to plant, nurture, and learn about a fruit tree that is not in the Royal Botanic Gardens in Port of Spain. As part of the commemoration of World Food Day 2025 on Thursday, the students gathered to plant a tree at the gardens. A really nice educational and an enjoyable outing. Well, that's what we called it, right? Especially back in my days, an outing. Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Ravi Ratiram applauded the World Food Day National Committee's inclusion of the nation's students in planting and nurturing a tree at their school. And I fully agree with him as well.
To launch the annual World Food Day celebration, students from several schools gathered to plant a tree at the Royal Botanic Gardens on Thursday. Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Ravi Ratiram applauded the World Food Day National Committee's inclusion of the nation's students in planting and nurturing a tree at their schools.
Through the Little Hands Big Roots initiative, these students received and cared for their own ABU plants earlier this year, learning firsthand the importance of patience, responsibility, and connection to the land. Their presence reminds us that the future of agriculture, and indeed our planet, rests in the hands of a generation that values both growth and stewardship.
Students from 8 primary schools across Trinidad and Tobago participated in the project from May 5th to October 15.
These young minds are the future of our food security here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the world. The knowledge and respect for agriculture that they cultivate today will determine the kind of world we all live in tomorrow. One where food is abundant, nutritious, and sustainably produced.
Meanwhile, a representative from the Food and Agriculture Organization of the UN shared their Director General's World Food Day message.
The challenges we face today are more complex and interconnected than ever before. In 2024, 673 million people worldwide were hungry. Conflict can erase years of development. Drought or floods can push entire regions back into food insecurity. Rising prices means millions of families can no longer afford to eat.
The theme of this year's World Food Day is Hand in Hand for Better Foods and a Better Future. Terry Ann Brown Campbell, TTT News.
Premium touchscreen wireless headsets restocked. 1.9-inch HD full-color touchscreen. ANC and ENC noise reduction for crystal clear calls. 9D panoramic sound. Long battery life and fast charging. Control music, videos, TikTok, YouTube, and much more. Camera feature, voice assistant, timer, stopwatch, and lyrics on screen. Water resistant, sleek design. Available in gold, black, blue, and purple. Gift-ready packaging with replacement earbuds included. Never lose your earbuds again with the Find Headphones feature that actually works. Don't miss out. WhatsApp 762-6589 to place your order. Limited stock available. Moving on to regional news now, the government of Guyana has so far pumped more than $600 million into the development of the brackish water shrimp project in Region 6, East Berbice Quarantine, according to Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa. The minister made this disclosure while providing an update on the government's ongoing agriculture initiatives, highlighting that the investment underscores the administration's commitment to diversifying the agricultural sector and boosting income opportunities for communities. Once again, I will say this in my video, and I hope and pray that the Kamala Persad administration does even more to follow Guyana's example when pertaining to investing in the agricultural sector and even tourism. Tired of losing your keys, phone, or coins in that annoying gap between your car seat and the console? We've got the perfect solution. Our universal car seat gap fillers are back in stock, ready to save your stuff and make your ride clutter-free. Available in black, brown, beige, and red, they're designed to fit any car seat and blend perfectly with your interior. Simply WhatsApp 762-6589 to place your order and enjoy delivery straight to your door in just 1 to 3 days. The stadium, which is being constructed at Palmyra Region 6, is expected to be completed by the first quarter of next year. Minister of Culture, Youth and Sport Charles Ramson confirmed following a site visit and inspection on Sunday last. He said, "We are in a very good place right now to see completion by the next quarter of next year." That will be 2026. Give and take a few weeks. That's the timeline we are projecting to see completion. Minister within the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development, Pauline Sukai, conducted an on-site inspection on Wednesday of the new Cotton Field Secondary School to assess the progress of ongoing construction works. So I'm telling you, it's various ways the Irfan Ali administration continues to invest in their country's development and moving forward closer and closer to first world status. You won't be disappointed with this one. Look and feel great every day. Painless trimming with no pulling of hair guaranteed. Comfortable to hold and lightweight. Intelligent anti-pinch system. Safety travel lock. Accurate and painless trimming. Durability 100% quality. Fast charging. To place an order, call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. News from Jamaica now. While the projected completion date for the Montego Bay Bypass Road is May 2026, it is likely that motorists will start using sections of the multi-million-dollar project ahead of that date, based on plans to start opening in phases. Just like how we are going to open Petrochin in phases here in Trinidad and Tobago. The project will feature the longest bridge in Jamaica. So you see like how it have the Demerara Bridge in Guyana. Now there's also a very long bridge showing progress, development in Jamaica as well. So the project, which will feature the longest bridge in Jamaica, among other special features, was toured yesterday by Robert Morgan, Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, and officials from the National Road Operating and Constructing Company and China Harbour Engineering Company, the two entities involved in the project. Still in Jamaica, the scent of jerk spice filled the terrace at Hyatt Ziva and Zilara Montego Bay, but something far richer was simmering. A story of perseverance, empowerment, and Jamaican pride. Executive sous chef Mernel Cassie and chef de cuisine Shamanda Barnes weren't just preparing jerk marinated lamb chops with potato, pumpkin, sounding wonderful, puree and garlic buttered vegetables. They were serving up proof that Jamaican women are rising to the top of the culinary world. Recently promoted and 6 months into intensive training through the Jamaica Center for Tourism Innovation, a division of tourism and enhancement funds, so it's also the state itself is involved in this. The two have become powerful examples of what happens when opportunity meets determination. One of the individuals said, "Cooking is leadership," said Cassie. Her tone firm yet nurturing. You have to organize, delegate, strategize, and lead with love. Now for the interesting facts segment. When languages divide us because we can't understand each other, innovation can bring us back together. Meet Danny Manu, a 36-year-old Ghanaian British engineer and entrepreneur who built a bridge between languages and people, one earbud at a time. In 2014, Danny founded My Manu, a UK-based tech company with a bold vision to make global communication effortless. His flagship creation, the My Manu Click, became known as one of the world's first truly wireless earbuds capable of translating over 40 languages. That's significant, people, in real time, even without internet access, and that is what even makes it even more significant. Paired with the My Juno app, the earbuds use advanced AI and speech recognition to instantly translate spoken words between users. It can convert speech to text and back to speech, allowing two people who don't share a language to have a smooth, natural conversation. Wow, this was a wonderful information that I read about online this morning. And of course, I decided to share it with all of you. Sleep better. Say goodbye to stiff necks, headaches, and restless nights. Our premium cervical pillow is designed to perfectly support your neck and spine, keeping your body aligned while you sleep. Soft yet firm, it adapts to your shape, giving you ultimate comfort and deep, rejuvenating rest. Whether you sleep on your back, side, or stomach, this pillow reduces pressure points, eases tension, and helps you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to conquer the day. Invest in your sleep. Your neck will thank you. WhatsApp 762-6589 to place your order and feel the difference from the very first night. Folks, that brings us to the end of today's news headlines. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Enjoy your weekend. Stay blessed and stay safe, most of all, in Jesus' name.